trying to understand the way that people relate to the places that they live. And the approach that I took here in Taiwan is to take walks with many different people to talk about their experience of the city and to reflect upon the emotions and the memories and the knowledge and the ideas that they have for their city. And so I walked with many different people, people with different backgrounds, people with different ideas, and it started to give me a picture of the city, a picture of the people who live here. And what I try and do is reflect back some of the ideas that people have in a place in order for them to begin to interact with them themselves and to think about who they're living with and what their place really means to them and what the possibility of their place might be. So that's the project that I did here. And what I'm planning to do is an installation that not only reflects back some of the ideas and experiences and knowledge of the people that I met and walked with, but also for people who experience the installation to also interact with those ideas. And I see it as a way of helping people to both share with people, but also to listen to people who live in the same place that they do. So I'm hoping it's a way for people to become more familiar with the place that they live, but also more familiar with the people who live in the same place. And the reason why I do this, it might sound funny, but I think that a lot of times the way that our culture, our society, our cities, the places we live are structured are really taking away some of the spontaneity and creativity that can be a part of everyday life. And people are going along the same paths, or maybe they're going to work, they're going to the stores, they're going to familiar places. They always have a plan. And what happens when the city becomes more of an exploration, becomes more spontaneous, becomes something that you are a part of, that you can actually change or interact with. And so I think this begins with seeing your city or the place that you live in new ways, and through your own eyes, but also perhaps through the eyes of others. For me, staying in the Treasure Hill Artist Residency space was really a special way to experience the city, because it's like a small village inside a large city, and so you still get the sense of maybe older times or times before the city was so big, and the way that people might have lived and had smaller communities. But you're still very close to all the public transportation and the riverfront, and a lot of the cultural things that are happening in the city are very easy to access from here. But you still have a sense of kind of countryside and space, as well as a more kind of present rhythm of life. There's families living here, and there are people coming through all the time. And for me, that was actually something that I was able to take advantage of as an artist, because I started to invite people into my studio to talk to them about some of the ideas that I was having here. Because so much of my work is to try and find different ways of exploring ideas that they are already thinking about, but to give them ways to share them. So with so many people coming through, I think it's a great opportunity to interact with people and to expand your practice to kind of make it more accessible to people by engaging with them. So for me, it was a really wonderful place to live. I really enjoyed just being so close to the city, but having this kind of tranquil, relaxing place to live.